Hello friends, so myself Sanjay. Today I am going to discuss this Linux again and Busybox, dpkg, apt-get, apt and apt cache. So I have discussed this block in that this particular link I am providing for other who will be directly accessing this particular block. And I discussed about native debugging with GDB in the last Linux related blog. I strongly recommend you to read earlier blogs for better understanding. If you find something missing, please provide feedback in comment box so that I can take corrective action. Key takeaway from today's discussion: concept of Busybox. We'll discuss that what is the Busybox and what is this dpkg, apt-get, apt-cache, apt-mark, apt. So what is the importance of these in building that Linux system or using the Linux system? Busybox, basically they call it generally people call it Swiss Army knife of embedded Linux. So Swiss Army knife, like you can see multiple you know functions so of a single knife. So similarly, that's why they call it the Swiss Army knife of embedded Linux, and it combines many small optimized utilities into a single binary. You may find it in normal desktop Linux. For example, whatever I am Linux I am using, the bin folder, uh, you may find that, but there are separate binaries for ls, cat, copy. So all these utilities we have seen earlier in our Ubuntu, that whenever we use which command, so like those were showing to bin. For example, if you type which ls, so it will show you that it is from bin folder. However, in embedded Linux, you may find all these utilities linked to this single Busybox binary. Means that one particular binary has the capability or is combined of all these utilities, and using that I have discussed like soft link or those kind of options earlier in Linux. So particular ls command will be linked to this particular Busybox that we can see below. Let me show you one common use case from a home router using telnet. For Linux, you have this Ubuntu desktop or Ubuntu running in this virtual box. We can check that. But as I mentioned earlier, in embedded Linux, so to verify that how it is working in embedded Linux, let me take a look at the router, home router. So for home router, generally telnet should be disabled by default for network security purpose. I have enabled it using GUI for testing purpose and simply removed the external internet cable for security reason temporarily. And so this is the GUI. Normally you might be accessing your router using this GUI, and you in the admin using the admin command. I can see in my like advanced administration setting, I can find this particular you may notice this enable in the top. From the top you can see login name and all that, and the service you can see enable telnet yes. So yes option is there. So once it is done, after that I can do telnet using utility something like putty, and in the putty I have to put that IP address of my router and telnet session, and then once I start it, it will ask me for my admin credentials, that is my admin whatever the login and password. And the purpose of this particular exercise just to see that there is no separate ls physical binary. In fact, that ls bin or oblique as ls should be linked to Busybox, that we can see, and we can also find out other utilities in Busybox. So here you can see like let it come from the start, so it will show you from the start also again login. So this is the zip file. So right now it is showing ls bin folder. You can see different ass gd, those kind of files are there, and below it is showing ls bin ls lart. So let it come. So here you can see lot of files, all this ls, everything is pointing to Busybox. And left side you can see l means that is the link, left side. So right side you can see all utilities pointing to the, most of the utilities pointing to the Busybox. And you can see the size also, in that whatever physical is not there, so it will not show that size also. And so here I will show you Busybox. If I check Busybox, I have to correctly, in fact I can write just Busybox and then ls. So that result will be same as whatever the normal ls command. Okay, so Busybox, and it should be like this. Okay, fine. So similar, and simply Busybox will give you these many commands are bundled in this one particular binary. Fine. So this is again a GIF file. From the start it is logging as admin password to the router, and after the password is entered, so it will show that ls command. So ls, and which ls, it will give that bin ls, then it will give like ls bin, or maybe ls bin lart. We can check ls bin particular. I am interested in ls command for example right now. So it will show that ls is pointing to the Busybox. So now I can see like all other commands, or maybe another ASS cell, I can see that is also based on this Busybox. So now we can see lot of other commands in the bin, all utilities that we have already seen actually pointing to the Busybox. Fine. So this is that Busybox related thing. Let's double check that system OS and target of my particular this thing router. So in that we can use uname minus dash a, and then it gives me that Linux operating system, and then, and if I check that using that cat proc CPU info, so it gives me that CPU maps all the information related to CPU. So that's why this was related to my simple embedded Linux product at home and use of Busybox in that. Fine. Okay, let me come to our second topic of discussion today, software package management. So we have seen like different binary utilities are there, kernel related Linux file system is there, but apart from that there will be many user specific packages, software packages will be there. So how those will be installed or upgraded, so those kind of management is done by different utilities. So software packages for Linux distribution are based on different package formats such as DAP, that is Debian based format. So DAP format being followed by Debian and its the operating system based on this. So Ubuntu, Kali Linux, and RPM format like Red Hat, Fedora. So these are like Ubuntu and all these are operating system and Linux is the kernel. Okay, so has different package installers such as apt, yum are available. Yum for this our RPM, apt for this our DAP. So our focus is Ubuntu. I am using Ubuntu system. So I will explain you that how the packaging. So once I cover Ubuntu, automatically, basically I have covered Debian and all Debian related operating systems. So dpkg, what is dpkg? Dpkg is the low level package installer for Debian based on operating system such as Ubuntu and all that, and the file format is DAP. So there is a a specific file format I have given you, that DAP link you can find in the wiki also, some sort of package format, MD5 sum and all that. So I don't want to go to that detail right now and may not be required also. And dpkg, if you use this particular command, so it will basically this particular command will give the list of you know applications. Let me show you quickly. Suppose if I use here dpkg and list, if I use that, so it gives the whole sort of list of packages installed. You can see the version and all those kind of information of the package. On the right side also you can see that information. So it gives that complete right side, gives the what is the package, and it is AMD64 based particular package, and then name of leftmost side name, then the version, then which particular target, and after that description of that. So lot of uh, things are there. And if I type dpkg help, so help will provide me all that commands like remove and install and those kind of things are there. And with the help you can see here remove command is there, install is there, using I, using I option I can dash I can install particular package. So dpkg is the low level, so it will install whatever you want to install, it will remove whatever you want to remove, but that problem is that it will not check the dependency and not automatically load or install or configure a particular package. So this is whatever you will tell do this, it will follow that set. So for that comfort level of user, because normally user may not have that complete information or sometime not required. If you are just using one operating system, you don't need whole uh, background or whole information of particular operating system, utilities, packages. So there is a provision of another high level package manager for this purpose. So this high level package managers apt star, apt different packages, different utilities use the dpkg for installation. They use dpkg but they use some additional things also. Check that dependency, load that particular from required software install, those kind of things they do that. So what is the APT? APT is the advanced packaging tool. So that is Debian operating system based advanced packaging tool. So apt-get, apt cache and apt. First let's see this. So apt-get utility is used for managing all software packaging requirement, installation, removing, updating of software packages or operating system itself. You can upgrade your operating system. So this check the package dependency and do necessary installation and configuration. You just simply do suppose if you want to install let's say tftpd, you simply write sudo apt-get install tftpd, and before that you have to write sudo apt-get update. It means what it will do, it has basically a list of software sources, so it will update its whatever that repository with the latest version kind of thing, and you can use the install and simply upgrade a particular version, and you can remove also, simply remove a package, and if you use this particular command first, so it will remove the configuration done for that particular package also. It means this is the complete cleaning of that particular package from your system. For example, if you want to remove tftpd completely, so you can use this particular command. Okay, so apt cache. So apt cache is basically for searching what packages are available in your apt's cache. So it has its use apt cache package names. For example, let me show you that this particular command. So if I apt cache and package names, so it will show that different that particular command I have to cache package names. So these are the commands available, and it can, you can particular package also you can sometimes search, or you can also install a particular package. It is not necessarily that you are going to upgrade the all the available packages, correct. So you can simply check a particular package. Maybe I have written something wrong here, so let me correct it. Search and so apt cache search and tftpd, so it will give like this is a particular server and this particular extension and all those kind of detail. So what is the apt then? The apt get is there, apt cache is there. So after the 16.04 Ubuntu, they have provided one utility which use most of that commands of apt-get and apt-cache. Otherwise, like sometime confusion with the apt-cache, big should we use apt-cache or apt-get? So one common utility which will basically serve the purpose of all the important commands from apt-get and apt-cache. So this should be used. So let me show you that apt list. For example, if I show you that apt list will give you the information about that packages and different packages, installations and version and all that. And suppose if you are interested in particular package, detail about particular package, so then this is a good utility. So you can see here like particular version is this, and tftpd package is there, and it is also showing that origin was Ubuntu and how it was installed, home page, everything, or whatever the apt source from where it was taken. So this is there. And apt help, if you check, so you will find all the commands like install, remove, whatever with apt-get and all that. So all those commands you will find. And another thing is that uh, if you use sudo apt edit sources, so what it does, I have to put my password, invalid, something wrong, so maybe I again did a mistake. Let me check. Okay, fine. Now you can see a list of sources, HTTP sources. It is giving that you can add your sources also here, and this file is in etc apt sources.list. Okay, so from this particular these sources, it will basically install or update these things. Okay, so let me come outside. Okay, let me clean it, clean this screen. Oh, maybe clear. I mix the command sometime. Okay, so this is that apt edit sources, and apt-mark is another utility which can be utilized to mark a particular package you want to mark as a manual or automatically installed or hold. And sometime probably you want to check simply apt-mark, you want to check that list all the manually installed packages, and for so apt-mark so manual, so auto will give you all the automatically installed packages. So this gives you all the information related to your this particular host machine, all kind of installation, and you might be already doing sudo apt install different packages whenever it asks, so it automatically install, check dependency, and depending on the your version, so that is there. So that's it for today. Like we discussed like how for embedded Linux, small single binary packaging is done from different binaries, and for host machine we discuss about that what are the different package installer and package installation management options available. Okay, thanks for your time, and please subscribe to YouTube channel Embedkari if you have not done yet. Thanks a lot.